really don't know what we're dealing with here.
First off, a story that's captivated the country. A man sleeping in his bed one minute, the next killed after a sinkhole opens up under him. Today, crews began demolishing the home, now considered unsafe. Good evening, I'm David Scott. Sinkholes like that are common in Florida because of the geology of the state. Below the surface, limestone with caverns and caves. Sometimes they can give way. Interestingly, there's a similar geological mixture in Central Texas. So we wanted to know if we face the same dangers here. Our Omar Lewis spoke with a geologist and joins us live now in the studio with the in-depth information you got. And what did he tell you?
Dave, we found out some interesting information about sinkholes when it comes to here in Austin. It's less common for structures to collapse because of sinkholes, but it can cause many other consequences like shifting and cracking foundations. The key to avoiding this all, though, is to know what your home is built on top of. It's no secret that under Austin, there are caves, caverns, streams, and tunnels, most carved out of limestone. But to make sure your home is built safely on top of the chasms is geologist Mustafa Serbudic's job.
And we locate caves and sinkholes, faults, where they are located so that people know prior to their construction.
He helps his clients avoid headaches down the line by using technology to find out what lies beneath the surface.
As you see from the ground, you don't really see anything visible.
Without having geological work done, it can be pretty hard to tell that neighborhoods like this one are built on some of the largest fault lines in the entire state. That's until you take a closer look at things like this street here that shows some very clear signs. Austin is built on some of the largest sinkholes and caves in America. Remember the Edwards Aquifer? It's made up of limestone that cracks as water seeps through.
Just think about for millions of years doing that, and it dissolves limestone, creating a lot of voids and caverns and sinkholes.
In Texas, buildings collapsing isn't unheard of, but is less likely than in Florida, thanks to a harder bedrock under the ground. In Florida, they have a sandy soil, but it can cause other kinds of damage, all that come with a hefty bill. That's why it's so important to know exactly what's under your home, so you can stay on top of the problem. So basically, we don't face as big of a risk for sinkholes as they do in Florida, but geology can cause problems. Dr. Serbudich tells me there are several businesses here in Austin that have had to stop construction after finding out they were building on top of a large sinkhole. Omar Lewis, KXAN News.